So starting with question number 18, show that the height of the cylinder of greatest volume, which can be inscribed in a right circular cone of height h and semi-vertical angle alpha, is 1/3 that of the cone, and greatest volume of the cylinder should be this one, 4/27 into pi h cube tan square alpha. So for that we have taken a cone, and inside that you have a cylinder which has been inscribed in a right circular cone. So taken a cone in which inside you have a right circular cone, okay, and height of the cylinder is, don't know, that is here right circular cone of height h means the height of the cone is given to be like this much, is given to be h, okay, and the semi-vertical angle is given. Semi-vertical angle means this is the vertical angle. So semi-vertical angle means half of this. So this is given to be alpha. Okay. H and alpha are acting as constant. So we have to get one thing, that is the volume of the cylinder, right? The volume of the cylinder should be maximized. For that we will take the radius of the cylinder as a variable. Suppose x or r, you can see here you have small h, so I am just taking some other variable so that it does not confuse with the height of the cylinder and height of the cone. Okay, so let x be the radius of the cylinder. Now we are not taking the height of the cylinder as any other variable, because we will find out using what is given. Okay, for that, if this is x, this is also x, right? So you can consider here a right triangle. Suppose this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, I. Like if you consider AIH for this right angled triangle, you can find out what is this side. Because this is x, you can use what in order to get the other side AI. This is AIH. Here you have, here you have alpha, and this is x. So in order to get AI, you can include this side which is known to you and the other side which you want to get. Now why we are getting this length is in order to get the height of the cylinder, which we don't know. So total length we know h, and if we get this length, we can just subtract this from the total h, so that we will get the height of the cylinder. Okay, so from here if you consider opposite side by adjacent side, that is tan alpha, you will get x by AI. Okay, x by AI, or AI is equal to x by tan alpha, which can be written as x cot alpha. Understood? So that is acting as this much length. So from the figure or from triangle AIH, you will get AI is equal to x cot alpha. Now if AI is x cot alpha, what will be the height of the cylinder, which is IF? Okay, now IF is equal to height of the cylinder, which will be total height of the cone minus this length AI, which is x cot alpha. So this is acting as height of the cylinder, and x you have already taken as the radius. Now we can go for what is the volume. Okay, so now volume of the cylinder will be, what is the volume of cylinder? Pi r square h. So here you have pi, instead of r you have the radius as x, so it is x square, and instead of h, that is the height of the cylinder, you have h minus x cot alpha. Okay, so this is pi x square h minus pi x cube cot alpha. Now what you need to do to maximize this, that means you have to take the first derivative, find the critical point, and find the second derivative, replace the value of critical point there, and show that that value, that is the second derivative, is giving you less than 0. Okay, so let it be v equal to, so that we can write dv by, what is a variable here? X. So this is with respect to x. H is acting as constant, alpha is also constant, so cot alpha will also be a constant. Okay, so here pi h is a constant. Derivative of x square will give you 2x. So 2 pi hx minus again pi cot alpha is constant. Derivative of x cube will give you 3x square. Okay. Now for critical point, or you can say for maxima or minima, dv by dx equal to 0 will give you 2 pi hx minus 3 pi cot alpha x square is equal to 0, or this equal. Now again, since x cannot be 0 because it is the radius of the cylinder, you can neglect that value of x as 0. Okay. So here pi will be getting cancelled. X I am just cancelling because x cannot be not equal to 0, cannot be 0. Okay. So here what you will get, this x and this x will go, and you will get x is equal to, one x is here, remaining is a constant. So here you will get 2h by 3 cot alpha. Now this denominator's cot alpha can be written as 2h by 3, it will become tan alpha. So this is your x. Now you have to check this value in the second derivative. Now differentiating again, you will get d square v by dx square is equal to derivative of this. Again 2 pi h is a constant and derivative of x is 1. So you will get the first term as 2 pi h minus 3 pi cot alpha is constant. Derivative of x square will give you 2x. So this will become 6x like this. Okay. Now what you have to replace the value of x in order to check whether it is giving you the maximum volume or not. So at x equal to 2h tan alpha by 3, d square v by dx square will give you 2 pi h minus 6 pi cot alpha into, what is the value of x? 2h tan alpha by 3. So this will give you 2 pi h minus 4 pi h cot alpha tan alpha. Now cot alpha and tan alpha are reciprocals of each other, so that will get cancelled, and you will get 2 pi h minus 4 pi h, which is equal to negative 2 pi h. So you are getting a negative quantity for the second derivative. Therefore, this value will give you the maximum volume. V is maximum, or volume of the cylinder is maximum. This is a point of maxima. So it will give you the maximum volume when x is equal to 2h tan alpha by 3. Right? Now you have to find out what is that maximum volume also. Now maximum volume will be pi. Instead of x, you replace with this value, that is 2h tan alpha by 3 the whole square into h minus again x 2h tan alpha by 3 into cot alpha. So these two will again get cancelled. Here you are getting pi. This will become 4 h square tan square alpha divided by 9. Here it is h minus 2h by 3 or 2 by 3h, right? So this will give you how much? 1 by 3h, 4 by 9 into h square tan square alpha. This is 1 by 3h, right? So here in the denominator it will become 27, numerator 4 pi h square. Sorry, this will become h cube, h square into h and tan square alpha. This is what you need. You just see 4 by 27 pi h cube tan square alpha will be the maximum volume. Okay. The slope of the tangent to the curve x equal to y equal to is given. In terms of t means it is a parametric form. At the point 2, -1 is, you have 4 options there. Okay, so first thing which you have to find out is what is dy by dx. That will give you the slope of the tangent. So x is equal to t square plus 3t minus 8 and y is equal to 2t square minus 2t minus 5. So what is dx by dt you have to find out, then dy by dt, and after that dy by dx. So this will give you 2t plus 3 and dy by dt will give you 4t minus 2. So dy by dx will be dy by dt divided by dx by dt, which is equal to 4t minus 2 divided by 2t plus 3. Now the thing is, you have to find out at the point 2 comma minus 1, and this is the value of x and y, not the value of t, which you can replace and find out directly. So first thing which you have to find out is what will be t when x is 2 and y is minus 1. What is t? That you have to find out. So first, when x is equal to 2, what will happen to this equation? Okay, so it will become t square. I am just replacing the value of x as 2 because this is x coordinate and this is y coordinate. So x equal to 2 will be replaced here, means this equation will become t square plus 3t minus 8 is equal to 2, or t square plus 3t minus 10 equal to 0. Now the two solutions or two values for t will be t plus 5 into t minus 2 will give you t is equal to minus 5 and t is equal to 2. So these are the two values for t. Now what you need to do is, in y we will just replace the value of t one by one, and which will give you the satisfactory answer, that is y should be minus 1 when you are replacing the value. So which value will give, that will be the value of t taken as. Okay, now when t is equal to minus 5, what will be y? Y is equal to, replace here the value of t, you will get 2 into minus 5 the whole square plus, minus 2 into minus 5 minus 5. So this is 2 into 25 plus 10 minus 5, or 50 plus 10 minus 5, which is 60 minus 5, 55. So y's value is not 55 here. Now you go for the next value, which is 2. What you will get when t is equal to 2? The value of y will become 2 into 2 square minus 2 into 2 minus 5. This is equal to 8 minus 4 minus 5. So it is 8 minus 9, which is minus 1. So you are getting the value of y as minus 1. Therefore, t should be taken as 2. Okay. Now t is 2 means what will be the derivative? That will give you the slope of the tangent at that point. So t is equal to 2 will be chosen. Okay. So dy by dx at the point 2 comma minus 1 means you have to replace the value of t with 2. It's not the value of x, it's the value of t which you are choosing. Okay. So 4t minus 2 divided by 2t plus 3 at the point t is equal to 2. It is 4 into 2 minus 2 divided by 2 into 2 plus 3. 6. Here you will get 7. Okay, 6 by 7 is the answer. Understood? The line y equal to mx plus 1 is a tangent to the curve y square equal to 4x if the value of m is. So this line will be acting as a tangent to the given curve. At that point, what should be m? Or in this condition, what should be m, so that it becomes a tangent to the given curve. So suppose you have, this is y square equal to 4ax type, so your graph will be like this. Okay, this is y square equal to 4x. Now if you have at any point it is tangent, means again it is y equal to mx plus 1. So it will be touching like here, minus 1. Okay, it should act as a tangent. So they are asking if y equal to mx plus c is acting as a tangent, so it will be touching the curve at some point. Then what should be the value of m? So first we will find out what is the slope of the tangent. From the curve, what is given? Y square equal to 4x. What you will get here? After differentiating with respect to x, you will get 2y into y dash, or 2y into dy by dx is equal to 4 into, with respect to x you are doing, so 4 into 1. So what is y dash is equal to 4 by 2y, or 2 by y, right? Now again from this you can just see that this is acting as a slope, or else you can just differentiate this also. The line is given to be y equal to mx plus 1. So differentiating again this with respect to x will give you y dash, or dy by dx is equal to m into 1 plus 0. So y dash is equal to m. So here you have got y dash is equal to 2 by y, and this is y dash is equal to m. So you can equate them. Therefore, what you will get is m is equal to 2 by y. Right? M is equal to 2 by y, or y is equal to 2 by m. Let it be there. Okay. So what all equations you need to use is first this one, then which is given. These two are given in the question, and the third which we got. Okay. We have to just solve them and get the value of m here. Now if I am just replacing in the second one the value of, see, second equation is y is equal to mx plus 1, right? And there if I am using instead of y 2 by m, equation 2 becomes 2 by m is equal to mx plus 1. From here I am finding out what is x equal to. So I'll get mx is equal to 2 by m minus 1, or 2 minus m by m, which implies x is equal to 2 minus m by, this m will come here, it will become m square. So you are getting x as 2 minus m by m square. Okay, that will be equation number 4. Now you have got your y to be 2 by m and x to be 2 minus m by m square, and you can use equation number 1 to replace the value of x and y so that you can get the value of m. So y is 2 by m. So equation 1, we are replacing the value of y as 2 by m, which will give you 2 by m the whole square is equal to 4 into x, which is 2 minus m by m square, right? So this will give you 4 by m square is equal to 4 into 2 minus m by m square. So m square gets cancelled, 4 gets cancelled, you are getting 2 minus m is equal to 1, or m will go there, this will come here, m is equal to 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. So what is the answer? Option A, 1. Okay, clear? So question number 23 is the normal to the curve. Curve is given as x square equal to 4y and it is passing through the point 1, 2. You have to find out which one will be the normal to the curve. For that again, x square equal to 4y means it is a graph like upward, right? Upward direction, x square equal to 4y. Now here it will touch at some point. So suppose that point be taken as x1, y1. Okay. Let this be having a tangent at some point with the x-axis. So you can say that let that point be x1, y1. Now you have to get the equation of the normal. For that, what we will do, this is x square equal to 4y. Okay. Now again, since x square equal to 4y is passing through the point x1, y1, you can just say that it will satisfy the equation of the curve also. That means you can replace x and y with x1 and y1. So first we are taking, let the normal be. So this is actually normal. Why? Because here it is tangent and normal and tangent are perpendicular to each other. So this, if I am extending, I can say that this normal is passing through some point. Suppose this is your 1, 2. So that normal is passing through a point 1, 2, and it is normal at the point x1, y1. Okay, let the normal be to the curve x square equal to 4y be at, that is that normal is at x1, y1 and it is passing through (1, 2). Okay, this much we are taking. Now we are starting the problem, that is x square equal to 4y is given. differentiating this, because in order to get the normal's equation, we need the slope of the normal also. So first we will differentiate this. Differentiating, will get 2x is equal to 4 into y dash. So y dash is, or dy by dx is 2x by 4, which is x by 2. Y dash is same as dy by dx. Okay, so dy by dx, or slope of tangent, is x by 2. Now again, tangent will also be here. So it will be also satisfying the same point. So you can say that dy by dx at the point x1, y1 will be x1 by 2. You can replace x and y with the equation with x1 and y1. So you are getting this as the slope at the point. Okay, again the equation also, the curve also passes through the point x1, y1. So it will also satisfy. Okay, since x1, y1 is a point on the curve, it will satisfy the equation of the curve. You will get, what is the equation? x1 square is equal to 4y1. This will also be satisfied. Okay. Now, since slope of tangent is x1 by 2, you will get slope of normal at the same point. x1, y1, which we have taken, will be negative reciprocal of slope of tangent. So it will be minus 2 by x1. Okay. Now, again, if I say slope of normal, if I want to find out, you have 2 points here on the normal, x1, y1 as well as 1, 2. So I can use 2-point form for finding out. 2-point form means y minus y naught divided by x minus x naught is also, or you can say y1 minus y naught divided by x1 minus x naught is also the slope of the line. So slope of the line means this is the line normal and this is tangent. So slope of the normal, again if I am finding out using these 2 points, I can write it is, what you can use, y1 minus 2 divided by x1 minus 1. Okay, both are slope of normal. So we can equate them. Minus 2 by x1 is equal to y1 minus 2 by x1 minus 1. Cross multiplying, you will get minus 2x1. Here minus 2x1 minus 1 is equal to x1 into y1 minus 2, which is minus 2x1 plus 2 is equal to x1 y1 minus 2x1. So minus 2x1 get cancelled and you will get x1 y1 is equal to 2. x1 y1 is equal to 2 means you can find out again 1. That is, one thing from this one will be y1 is equal to 2 by x1. Right? Now put this value in the equation which we have said that it will satisfy. So what you will get, therefore, suppose this is A, equation A becomes x1 square is equal to 4 into y1 is 2 by x1. So you are getting x1 square is equal to 8 by x1, or x1 cube is equal to 8. Right? x1 cube equal to 8 means x1 is equal to 2. So when you get x1, you can find out what is y1 also. So what will be y1? Therefore y1 is equal to, replace here, you get 2 by 2, which is 1. So you got the point actually. In order to write the equation of the normal, we need at the point. So that at the point which we have taken, we got the value as 2, 1. The equation of the normal at this is, what you write, y minus y naught is equal to m into, here m means slope of the normal, into x minus x naught. Right? Here if we have taken x1, y1, we can write like x1, y1 also. This is x1, this is y1. Now what is slope of the normal you got? Slope of the normal what? Minus 2 by. Slope of normal was minus 2 by x1, or in any of the thing you can replace because both will give you the same answer. Minus 2 by x1 you got it to be 2. Here itself you can find out, or here you can use this one and replace the value. Okay, so y minus y1 is 1 is equals to slope of the normal is minus 1 into x minus x1 is 2. So you're getting y minus 1 is equal to minus x plus 2 or x plus y is equal to 3. So the option A is the equation of the normal. The points on the curve is given 9y square equal to x cube, where the normal to the curve makes equal intercepts with the axis r. So you have to find out the points where this normal is making equal intercepts with the curve. Okay, so first we will take that point, the point which you have to find out. It is points means you will get two values, that's the meaning. So let x1, y1, as we have taken in the other one, x1, y1 be the point on the curve which makes equal intercepts with the axis. Okay, where the normal makes on the given curve. Right? Now, what will happen is you have to start with 9y square is equal to x cube and then differentiate it with respect to x. So this will give you 18y into y dash. 18 is coming for the derivative of y. Then differentiate y with respect to x. So that will give you y dash is equal to 3x square. Okay. So what will be y dash here? Y dash is equal to 3x square by 18y or x square by 6y. Right? Y dash is equal to x square by 6y or dy by dx is x square by 6y. And what will happen to the, this is actually the slope of tangent. So what is slope of normal? Again, I have taken the point. So slope of normal will be negative reciprocal of slope of tangent. So you'll get minus 6y by x square. But at the point, when it comes at the point, you can just replace x and y with x1 and y1. So slope of normal at x1, y1 will be minus 6y1 by x1 square. Okay, so this will be acting as the slope of the normal. Now, again, we will go for equal intercepts, meaning you have, for equal intercepts, you have x by a plus y by b equal to 1 or, sorry, y by a equal to 1 or x plus y is equal to a, right? Now, if I differentiate this, I will get derivative of x as 1, derivative of y as dy by dx is equal to 0 or dy by dx is equal to minus 1 in one case. Now, for the line, when you have like this, you have both to be positive intercepts. It can be like this, it can be like this, it can be like this. So you have 4 options here so that it can be either positive or negative there. So according to that, you will get, in general, you can say that derivative will be plus or minus 1. That means slope will be plus or minus 1 here. Okay, this you understood? Why we are taking this one concept? Okay, when the equal intercept concept is given, we will get the slope of the tangent as plus or minus 1. Now, if you take the reciprocal, then also it is plus or minus 1 only. Now, we can equate this to this one, because where the normal to the curve makes equal intercepts with the axis means slope of the normal will be taken as plus or minus 1. Okay, since equal intercepts are made with the normal, made by the curve with the normal, what you will get is negative 6 by, this is slope of the normal, right? So negative 6y1 by x1 square will be equated to plus or minus 1. Now if I remove this negative or take to the other side, it will be minus or plus. So that I can write plus or minus. Both the options are coming. So 6y1 by x1 square is equal to, again, plus or minus 1 I am writing for the ease. You can write minus or plus also. Okay, and this will give you 6y1 is equal to plus or minus x1 square. Right? 6y1 is equal to plus or minus x1 square, or y1 is equal to plus or minus x1 square by 6. y1 square is equal to plus or minus x1 square by 6. Now, since this point which we have taken is on the curve, it will satisfy the equation of the curve also, right? Since x1, y1 is a point on the curve, what you will get? Y and x can be replaced with y1 and x1. So it will become, we have 9y1 square is equal to x1 cube. Now since we have got the value of y1 as plus or minus x1 square by 6, we can replace it in this equation. Equation is 9y1 square is equal to x1 cube. Replace the value of y1, 9 into, what is y1? Plus or minus x1 square by 6, the whole square. Now when taken the whole square, even if it is plus or minus, you will get the positive thing only, okay, is equal to x1 cube. So this is 9x1 raised to 4 divided by 36 equal to x1 cube. So that you will get x1 raised to 4 is equal to 4x1 cube. Again, if I take x1 as 0, y1 will also be 0, because here if you substitute x1 and y1 both will be 0. That means it will become origin, right? And at the origin you cannot get any intercept. So that condition we will neglect. That is x1 equal to 0 is not possible. That means normal cannot be at the origin because that doesn't have any intercept. Okay, so we are just neglecting that, and you will get x1 cube, x1 raised to 4 minus 4 x1 cube equal to 0 will give you x1 in common, and this is x1 cube minus, sorry, x1 cube can be taken out, x1 minus 4 equal to 0. So from here you are getting that x1 can be either 0 or x1 minus 4 can be 0. That is x1 can be 4 only, because this cannot be possible. Okay, so x1 equal to 4 replaced in y1 will give you the point. Okay, now what is y1? Replace the value of x1 in y1 is equal to plus or minus x1 square by 6, plus or minus x1 square by 6. So you'll get plus or minus 4 square by 6 or plus or minus 16 by 6, which is equal to plus or minus 8 by 3. Therefore the point, what you have taken as the point, x1 y1, therefore the point, you will get 2 because you have plus or minus here. Okay, so that the point is, what is the value of x1? 4. What is y1? Plus or minus 8 by 3. So you are getting 2 values, that's why it is points are. Again here option is A. Okay.